Hello and welcome to a very special look at today's Irish papers on August the 17th, 2024. Today we're going to highlight a spread in the Irish Daily Mail. Two women, Jenny Friel and Valerie Mulvin, are about to make history. Whatever you do, and even if you never buy a paper, please buy Saturday's Irish Daily Mail, and I'll tell you why in a moment. Two of the tabloids, The Sun and The Mirror, offer startlingly similar covers. Knifed in the Sun, and stabbed in The Mirror, and you have exactly the same headline about the attack on the Galway-based Army chaplain Father Paul Murphy. The Indo offers two differing lines from the Gardaí about this terrible incident. The attacker was a lone wolf in one paragraph, but there was also, apparently, influence, if not involvement, by ISIS. But I'm guessing the confusion lies with me or with the Indo, and not with the Gardaí. Inside The Mirror, Ryanair boss Michael O'Leary warns that short flights could soon cost €500 or more. This scary story is presumably designed to force the government to surrender to Ryanair and scrap their 32 million upper limit for Dublin airport passengers. And Mr. O'Leary goes up a gear in the Mail, raising the threat level from €500 a ticket to 1,000. And why not? But then there's always the stay-at-home vacation, with many flocking to the electric picnic. The Irish Times, if I can find it, puts 7 lady revellers above the fold, and there are other picnic pages in the tabloids, pages 6 and 7 in the Star, and the same in the Daily Mirror. The Belfast-based Weekend Irish News welcomes gold medal gymnast Rhys McClenaghan to his home in Newtownards, and another sporting legend, Man United's Joshua Zirkey, makes it to the front and back covers of the Evening Herald. Front cover, back cover. All that thanks on the strength of his brilliant last-minute winner in Friday's battle against Fulham. Now, just before the crucial story in the Mail, two final funnies. There's Kylie Minogue's golden underpants, which make it into Barry Egan's scholarly A to Z of Kylie in the Indo. Two fast facts. A, Kylie bought the garment in a flea market for 50 pence, and B, she donated it for public display. Where? Why, in the Arts Centre in Sydney, of course. And the Sun expresses relief now that Channel 4 has finally found a quota of virgins to learn basic mating rituals in a kind of Love Island for the celibate. Well, I'm relieved too, knowing that there's always a Oireachtas report or the Weather Channel. But finally, the real reason to buy the papers today, or at least one paper, the Irish Daily Mail. Now, I'd like to say that writer Jenny Friel and her subject, author and architect Valerie Mulvin, make history on pages 10 and 11. And in a way, it's true, but they can only make history with your help. Now, this is serious, and this is the most important thing I've ever said on this channel. Today, of all days, please like, share, and recommend this video. But much more important, please rush out now and buy 5 copies of the Irish Daily Mail, sending several in the post to the Taoiseach, the Taoiseach, and all key ministers running Irish housing, running it, sadly, at the moment, into the ground. Architect Valerie Mulvin has written books, built buildings, and now created an exhibition, all of which are aimed at reinventing and thereby saving the dying Irish town. Now, we've all heard of those plans for over-the-shop living and planning problems and fire hazards, but this spread in the Mail is about solutions. And amazingly, you will believe and be convinced that every single family looking for a home could be housed probably in 3 or 4 years, if only. If only. And because Valerie's ideas have not been adopted but as the boarded up evidence proved, been inexplicably, stupidly ignored, the low-hanging fruit of housing has been left there, and left there, and left there. Meanwhile, the shops surrounding these eyesores struggle to survive. But now that fruit is ready to be plucked, if not by this government, then by their replacements. You decide. You can buy the Irish Daily Mail and recommend its housing ideas to anyone who will listen, to other voters, to the housing minister, to the opposition. You decide. Live in the exurbs in a clone of Levittown, Pennsylvania, or live in a newly bustling Irish town, a place, as Mulvin inspiringly puts it, where everything happened, where people met, where they fell in love. Could Jenny Friel's brilliant writing appear in a blog or an e-paper? Of course it could. But who would study Valerie Mulvin's scale models on a smartphone when here in the Mail they can see them in detail in a perfect 2-page spread? People like Jenny Friel will save our newspapers just as Valerie Mulvin will save our country. All we have to do is read Jenny Friel and listen to Valerie Mulvin. Go on, voters and politicians, please. Tell me in the comments that you've saved rural Ireland and solved the housing crisis just by reading the paper. I'm Paul O'Kelly, and I'll be back tomorrow.